Welcome, Warrior fans. We are live here. It is The Soup. Kyle Mealy here with the coach, John McLaughlin. We are coming to you from North Decatur. A little bit of a drive for Coach and I tonight, but good drive. We had a good weather, no problems with that. And tonight it looks like we're going to have maybe a chillier night, but it's that time of year, Coach.
Yeah, it's almost dark already here. It just goes to show you how the seasons change from the beginning of the year to the end here. Yeah, this is definitely football weather. We're getting close to that sectional time, so it's obviously going to be a little cooler outside. And you're right, it was a nice drive down Highway 3 to get here. And like you said, it felt like we were going on a trip to Florida here. We take that trip a few times, and I felt like by the time we got here, we were halfway to Florida.
It did feel that way. Warriors are just now headed back onto the field. To me, I know this maybe I'm wrong, but it looks like we are a few less. I don't know if there's some updates. I know we are without senior Bray Hill tonight, who is ill, and if he's at home watching, we wish you to get well quickly. So we have you back for sectional next week. If you did not see, the Warriors did draw Hagerstown, and it will be at Hagerstown. But this will probably be, just to let you know ahead of time, this will probably be the last live stream. The sectional is a pay-only situation, and then we've never charged at Wes-Del, and you have to purchase to watch on the sectional. So we probably will not be streaming the sectional game because we just don't like charging. And we also, it's a pretty penny to do that, and it's just something we probably will not do. I also know that my co-host is going to be out of town, and I don't really think I can do it all by myself. So there's a lot of different factors. But coming into this one, North Decatur, we're not going to get into the stats because we're getting close to getting kicked off here, and there's no reason to get into the stats. We'll just be completely honest and transparent with you. North Decatur is probably the best team on our schedule all year long, and we have to end the season with them right here. I don't know exactly how many touchdowns they've had scored on them, but I know it's less than 10 in the whole season.
Yeah, and I know that they're ranked in the, I want to say third right now, I believe.
Yeah.
In 1A. So, yeah, hands full coming here. Long drive on a fall break weekend and all the way here. But you know what? This is part of football and part of sports. One of the things as coaches we always tell you is that other team's not going to feel sorry for you. They're not going to feel sorry that you had to ride that bus all the way here, or the fact that they're really good. So our job is to figure out what we can do best to try to limit the amount of touches that they'll get. But, yeah, we'd be lying to you if we weren't going to tell you that our hands are full tonight with this team.
And if you've watched us before, you know we're in the white tonight, and North Decatur is obviously in the blue. And it looks like from the coin toss there that you see on your screen, we're trying to sort this out as they're doing a little bit of pleasantries there. Now I didn't get to see the signal, Coach. I wasn't paying attention, I'll be honest.
I'm looking here. I didn't see it yet either. But we'll get it here in a second. As they come out, we'll be able to figure out which team is lining up to kick.
I will say North Decatur's got a nice little setup for us. We're here on the end of the press box with our own space, and they've got us very accommodating. I'm running the camera and the computer.
I'll try to help you with sound here.
You just do sound.
All
and
right.
We'll try to get this game as best we can. We want to thank Mr. Producer, who's not with us on the road, but he did get it set up for us tonight on the on all of the production work, so that we just had to basically get logged on live. So we should be live. If you're in the chat on YouTube, just drop in a hello and let us know on this nice, cool evening. Hopefully you're at home enjoying some chili maybe and sitting on the couch and watching us. We didn't bring a lot of fans, I'll be honest. We have about –
It's a long drive.
It's a long drive. It's about an hour and a half. I think we might have about 20 people here tonight. So most of you must be tuning in there from home, and we understand. It looks like the Warriors are going to kick off, Coach.
Yeah, it looks like, and it's going to be Travis Bunch kicking. Carter Flynn is not here tonight, so it'll be Travis Bunch doing the kicking duties. And we've seen that a few times this year as we've watched different games. Different teams had some big guys out there kicking, so let's see what Travis can do. But North Decatur then will start with the ball, and we will start obviously ready to get this game underway. Last regular season of the game for everyone. And sectionals will start next week. We'll talk a little more about that as we get into it. But first, here's Travis Bunch with the kick.
Well, we got a nice reflection of you in that on that side,
Good.
Coach. Everybody's able to see that. Here we go. Return comes down and tripped up and tackle there made. Coach, did you see who made that?
It looked to me like that
Brock
was
Nauman, 58.
Brock Nauman.
So Brock Nauman on the tackle there, the freshman, stopping the kick return. It looks like they're going to be on the 39,
maybe?
Are they going?
Yeah,
Yep,
30.
39, just touching the 39-yard line to start for North Decatur. And North Decatur, they've got several seniors, very heavy senior class here that leads them. And I know they've had an all-state quarterback and running back, so we should be seeing a little bit of everything tonight.
First play and pitch, handoff, going to the outside. And tackle
Looks like a first down there.
A first down. That was number 1 with the carry. That's Messer for them.
Reed Messer, he's 6'1", 192, running back. And he is the all-state runner.
A couple different Warriors in there on the tackle. Looked like one of them was Lucas Young.
And here we go. We got 1st and 10. Ball is right at the 50-yard line.
It's a handoff to the fullback up the middle. Caught from behind there by, I believe that's Luke Powers. Yeah, Luke Powers with the tackle.
And there is going to be some shifting in our offense and defensive line with Bray Hill out. So I know Luke Powers was going to have to shift over. Bray being a center for us, I think Luke's going to take over that duty for us tonight. So they're moving the ball well. They're 2nd down and about 2 yards to go here. Looks like they're across almost to the 40-yard line of the Warriors. Looks like they're going to pass. Pass is away.
Little dump down pass.
And that's a first down.
Bunch of Warriors there to make the tackle. But after the first down, like you said, it was just a little short pass. Underneath pass, and able to pick up. They only needed 2 yards there, so they were able to pick up both those yards on that first down.
Quarterback senior, 6'4", 215, big kid. Number 7, Carson Palmer. Not Palmer. Yep. We know that name. But close. Carson Palmer. So those are the two leaders. Palmer at quarterback and Reed Messer at running back. Looks like they're back to throw again.
Right over the middle.
And that is caught and finally tackled by, I believe, Alec Thornburg.
Yes.
Caught was made by number 22, Josh Evans. He's also a senior. So we've seen a steady diet of seniors right now, and they're going quick here on us, Coach.
Yeah, they're going right back to underneath the center this time. They were out of the shotgun last time. There's a handoff right up the middle. There's a hold. Didn't get called.
Bounces to the outside, still going. It looks like this is a touchdown.
He is in for the touchdown.
And that is North Decatur in for 6.
That's Reed Messer in for the touchdown. So steady diet of running, a couple of passes sprinkled in there. But you can see that they know exactly what they want to do with the ball. They're able to find the open receiver. Pretty disciplined on that play. So here they are in the kick. That's number 80.
Number 80 for them is Aiden Odell. He's a junior.
Let's see what they do kicking-wise. It looks like we may be offside here.
There is a penalty flag on the play.
So that's going to get half the distance. It is on us. So now they're going to switch it up.
Go for 2. Which, okay. I mean.
Probably what you would do, I guess.
I guess.
It's early in the game, so.
I mean, what's it give you, 5 yards?
No, not even that. It's half the distance. So it's a yard.
It is what it is. Let's get a little better look for the folks at home.
In motion. It's going to be a handoff to 1 again, and he walks in.
He walks in, and he adds 2 more to it.
And that makes it 8-0.
8-0 here early. Coach, I can't see the scoreboard. You're going to have to help us out on time.
Well, there's 9:58 left here in the first quarter. So one of the things that you're going to think about right here, if you're North Decatur and you're a really good team, at some point you're probably going to run up against somebody that's pretty good too. So what you need to do is figure out, like, situational. They may be working on some situational stuff today going into sectional. One of those things I would think, as a coach, would be your kicking game. So I'm going to say that, maybe that's what they always do. It looked to me like they are used to doing a hard count, because as soon as that hard count went and they got them off sides, they threw the tee and they ran right back on. So my guess is they work on that hard count quite a bit to get the other team. But I'm going to say at some point you're going to come down to needing your kicker to come through on some very important extra points when you get in that tournament play.
And they did draw Try in the first round, who is ranked, and we know how good Try is.
Right, that'll be a good game.
So that should be a battle for them.
You know where that is, did you?
I didn't look, but
okay.
we'll have time, I'm sure, tonight. Get into it. So 8-0. Here's the kick to the Warriors. It looks like it's going to be Adams and Grant. Is that Grant or Corbin Price? Corbin Price is back.
Yeah. Trey Adams and Corbin, and it's going over to Corbin. And he's going to bring it from about the 10. That kick looked pretty good. And he's going to get it up to about the 23-yard line, it looks like. Wes-Del will start there.
We apologize for the glare on your screen, but the lights are on in the press box, and it's not our press box to turn the lights off. I think if we turn them off, I feel like we'll turn them all off.
I don't know.
So I don't really want to do that. So you're going to see a little glare from the window from both Coach and I. Hopefully Coach doesn't pick his nose or
can't promise anything.
Do anything like that. Warriors, I can't tell what they're on down there. I'm trying to
23-yard
23-yard line. That's a handoff there and quickly stopped.
Trying to see who that was on the carry.
Thought it was Trey Adams.
I think I'm going to guess there it was Devin Groh on the carry, I'm pretty sure.
These games are tough, as you said, Coach, because both teams are already looking to next week and tournament play. And
for sure.
This one really doesn't impact anybody's season in any way with one team, with one win and the other team. I don't even think they've been defeated yet.
No, and what you don't want as a coach is it to impact you next week.
Right.
So as far as injuries go and anything else, you just don't want any of that stuff to happen. So got Brock Nauman in motion there, and there's a handoff up the middle to Trey Adams.
Nice little run there.
Got a nice pickup. Looks like he picked up about, I'm going to say 6 on that. So it'll be third, and it's going to be a long 4 or a 5 here. As a coach, one of the things you don't want, like we talked about is, and we can talk about it a little bit more as the game goes on, but leading into sectional, boy, your focus is on that because everybody starts 0-0 next week.
Yeah.
Here's back to pass to Triton. He's got a man open, and that's going to be for a first down.
Yeah, it's a first down. Nice catch over there.
Great catch by Corbin. Went up, had to go up and get that. It was a little high, and he ran up and grabbed it with 2 hands and able to get a first down. So nice pass play, a pass pattern. It's
good to see Triton because I know he is under the weather. The word, and don't take me at my word.
All right.
But
I don't usually.
The rumor was that the Wes-Del Sports Network staff was able to get was that he has an ear infection.
Okay.
And if that's true, I'm sure he's not feeling great out there and battling through it. Looked good on that pass, though.
All right there, didn't he? It's first down. You want to take every time off that play clock if you're Triton, and he does. Gets it off just in time. Hand off up the middle. That's stopped right away. That's Devin Groh on the carry again.
So we're seeing some of Devin. We know Devin was hurt at Ball State last week when the Warriors were able to play there. That was a fun game just to be able to be out there. You and I enjoyed being down on the field with the guys. We had our opportunities in that game, and we just weren't able to capitalize.
Had a couple costly turnovers, and that's one of the things as coaches you just really can't emphasize enough is how much the turnover can play a difference in the game. So, I thought there were times we showed really good, couple big plays, and times we showed really good offense. Did a nice job.
Here we are in motion again.
Fumble, I think. No, actually, Triton just keeps it. I think it was a missed handoff there.
Yeah, that's what I looked at. I thought the same thing. I thought there was a little bit of a bobble, but I think he just held on to it and decided to go with it.
Might have picked up a third or a yard there, so it's going to be 3rd and long here. Again, the key here for us is to keep the clock running. When you're playing against a team, you want to. There are one of two ways to handle it. You either have to be a big strike, quick strike team, which that's not really been
That's not us.
Our team this year, or a ball control team.
And we're definitely controlling it and keeping it away from them, and that's the key tonight because they can do some things with it. Trying back to pass again.
He's under a lot of pressure. So
quickly met with a sack, and that's going to be a punt. We should see Carter.
No, you won't.
Oh, that's right. Carter is out this week. He is not with us. So our kicker will be Travis, I take it?
Travis kicked off, so we're about to find out.
Maybe we'll just go for it.
We're about to find out who's going to kick for us.
Yeah,
I'm going to guess Travis.
Did he go back on the field?
Yeah, he's out there.
Okay. Is he standing at the back?
Not yet. Now he is.
Yeah,
yes.
he is. There he is. All right. Travis, not our typical punter. This could be interesting.
Whoa.
That was Grayson Mealy with not a bad punt.
That's a pretty good punt. Get a good roll for us. And a great roll.
Oh, and they're picking it up. They were not worried at all. And he is down here looking for a block. And he's still going.
And pushed out of bounds there by, I think, Luke. Luke Powers got him. He's going to get past midfield. So really nice punt, though.
Oh, it was a good punt.
Picked up, almost maybe outkicked his coverage a little bit.
Yeah, I think we all, in a way, assumed that they were going to let us down it.
Yeah, Corbin Price was the first one down there. He just couldn't, as he was running backwards, he had too much of a angle. And that was Messer. Reed Messer went to the other side of the field. So Corbin was kind of stuck there. But he did do a good job getting down there. He just outran him a little bit.
And here we go. Back at it is North Decatur, a potent offense.
Starting on the 43.
Back to pass. And that one's away and just out of the outreach of number
22, was it?
Was it 22 again?
So.
No, it wasn't 22.
No, it wasn't. Okay. I'm going to just.
22 is on the far side.
Yeah, and you want to know what? I was watching the line because we've got a couple kids playing up on the front, and I thought, I want to see how the line played. So I was just guessing because I saw him running backwards. But
I think it might have been 9. Okay. Owen Eldridge.
We've got 3 guys wide out. There's a handoff. Nice tackle.
That's a great tackle made there.
Who was that?
It's 77.
Well, we don't have a 70. Oh, that's Travis. Sorry.
Travis Bunch there. He was all over it.
That's our punter, Travis.
And it is 3rd down and almost 9 now. I would say they're
calling it 3rd and 10 is what they're saying.
They're not out of their range of quickly getting a first down. They have the skill set to do that with this team.
Tried to go a little draw action there off the fake, but didn't fake Travis.
Nope. Here's Palmer.
They're bringing man in motion.
He's going to drop back to throw here, and there's a
decent
big ball.
Coverage. Oh, good coverage, really.
That one was almost picked off.
He did have number 10. That's Muckleheed. He was he was open, but he overthrew him a little bit. And otherwise, pretty good coverage on everyone else.
I'm impressed, Coach.
Muckerheed.
You're getting these names.
Thought I called you something there for a second.
I've been called worse.
Yes, you have. And that's going to be just stay away from it, boys. Let him touch it. All right.
Well, hey.
Forced a punt.
Look at that, folks. So defense held there.
It takes it down to 4:23, so now you're hoping to get a first down here, maybe run another 4 minutes off if you or put a nice drive together and get a score.
Listen, there's a couple of things I'm really proud of so far. We converted a first down on our first possession.
Yep.
And then we just held them 3 and out.
That's right.
And probably one of the best, if not the best, offensives in 1A football. So there are some early good signs for the Warriors. And again, we're working for sectional. We're working for getting better. As young as we are, each year getting better. So we'll take it. Triton under center.
Going straight back to pass this time. He's got a man open, but he overthrows him a little bit.
Yeah, he did. That was Corbin Price again, correct?
Yeah, and you can't blame Triton for wanting to get rid of the ball quicker as he got
Well,
sacked.
he just got sacked pretty quick last
so
time.
he gets it out, and in that time he might have had enough time to take that just one pump as he's back there to throw it just a little softer. But I don't blame him for trying to get it out quick. He's probably told that too over there on the sideline. Hey, you got to get the ball out quick today. And that time he just released it a little quicker.
Quiet on our end because we're all tucked in, shut up in here, so you're not going to hear the crowd. I will say that. The only thing we hear is when people hit the bleachers, because for some reason that makes a loud noise. But
there's a handoff up the middle. That's Devin again. Pick up about 1.5, 2 maybe. It's going to be, well, we're going to give him look like a long 2 or maybe 3.
about 4 minutes as that clock keeps running.
4 minutes to go. That first play we passed and got an incompletion, so that stopped it. But I'm sure we'll take the full 30 seconds off here before we run another play.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to have the cheerleading squad here tonight, Coach.
Oh, really?
They could not make it tonight. They had a few people out of town being fall break, and then I think they were low in numbers maybe due to a little bit of illness. So
I'm glad we're not in school, all this illness going around.
I guess. You got ear infections and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. There's a handoff up
It's
the
a
middle.
nice run. I think that was Brock Nauman or Devin Groh.
See who gets up here. That was
Devin.
Devin again.
Devin's running with a good.
Ran downhill that time. Picked up about 4 yards again. So it's going to be 4th and about 4.
We'll kick. Travis is back there.
Kicks like he did last time.
Well, we have Travis in basketball, and we know that consistency is sometimes his weakness.
You mean like shooting?
Yes.
Well, we're not going to hold his punting against his shooting, please. Yeah,
He hits another one good.
He wouldn't want us to. That's a nice high punt. Fair catch this time. So he eliminates the chance of somebody bringing it back. That's actually a nice punt. So they're going to take over on the
Coaching.
44.
Anybody on the sidelines over there you see?
I saw Tony Cox earlier.
There
I saw
he
him
is.
at the game last night. The girls had a
Well,
volleyball section.
Big 2A volleyball win. They beat LaPel 3-1.
Yeah,
they get Burris tomorrow.
We get big win for the volleyball girls. Great job. We'll talk about it here in a little bit. Let's keep following this football game. But, yes, a great win. I saw Tony there yesterday, and he's here again tonight.
Palmer's going to hand
up
off.
the middle to 26. He's tripped up. Picks up of about 3.
Number 26, James Evans, another senior. He's a 6'2", 180-pound running back. So they've got weapons.
James Evans, also the dad's name in Good Times.
Really? I wouldn't know. I wasn't born. That's one a lot of people aren't going to get. Nice tackle there.
Oh, it's on the floor. It's great. It's down unless they call him down.
There was
I guess they're
52,
calling him down.
54, and it was who's 52? Malachi?
Yeah, they called him down because Grayson and Malachi were right there.
Yeah, Luke Powers, Malachi Grayson all on top of that. And
must not have been as close as I thought because there was no indication that ball
no,
was out.
you and I were the ones that had the most emotion up here. The rest of everybody else was like, didn't even happen. So it's 3rd down, I think about 7 to go here. And they're back to pass.
Let's see if we
Trying
can
to
get
get some
enough
pressure
Oh,
here.
almost intercepted by Grayson Mealy. He almost had his second one of the year. It went right through his hands. He was right in the right spot, had his eyes up on the quarterback, which is what you're supposed to do. And he's frustrated with himself right now because he knew that he had that one right through his hands. But the one thing he did do was knock it down. So
Yeah.
it's going to force them to punt. Or at least we're going to think they are.
And if that's the case, that's the second.
Oh,
Nope.
it's a short.
It's a short fake here.
See if we
Gotta
can
make
force
a
him out of
tackle.
bounds. And he's going to pick it up.
He is going to pick up the 1st down. So they did fake a direct snap to their number 1. That is Reed Messer. So, but, again, our defense looked pretty good. And they're going quick.
Yeah, they're going to try to.
They know we're low man, so they're trying to wear us out.
Here's the other thing they're doing is it doesn't allow you to substitutes like what you're saying. And we were bringing some guys on because we had punt formation out there. There's a pass to number 10. John Justin grabs him and finally able to bring him down.
A little screen there, quick screen.
Mucker Hyde or Mucker Heed.
Mucker Heed, Mucker Hyde, Mucker Ho.
IDO.
Whatever. If you're watching from North Decatur, which I don't think you are because the whole town's here. But if you are, we're sorry if we get that name wrong.
There's a handoff to number 1 again. He's the one that just did the
And
direct
that's
snap.
going to be a touchdown.
He's a good little runner. Reed Messer. And he's able to cut through the defense there. They had to spread out quite a bit after throwing on first. Able to make a nice little run there. You can see that why they're a good team. They're able to do a lot of different things.
Yep. And now they're going to kick.
Well, we'll see.
We think.
They were. One thing you got to do is watch that hard count now.
Okay.
And this time they do. Our guys stay at home, and that's a nice kick. So that comes into play a little more than you think when it comes down to
I believe you.
sectional football.
Take your word for it.
All right. So that makes it 15-0 with 1:21 to go here in the first quarter. Wes-Del's going to get the ball back here, and again, you're going to want to see what you're looking for here is us to be able to wind that clock and make that clock run, but you also are wanting to try to pick up a first down or two, keep the ball out of a high-octane offense like they have.
Yep. That's all I got.
You're still stuck on James Evans, right?
You just caught me off guard on that one.
Listen, you never watched Good Times?
I've seen Good Times, but
It's
the likelihood
it's dynamite. You might want to watch it.
the likelihood that most people are going to get that in a trivia. The father from Good Times' name was James Evans.
Yeah.
Would he be in the character lineup? Would he be a main character?
Well, sure, he's the dad. I mean, he was only on for a couple seasons. He left over a contract dispute. They killed him off on the show.
Well, spoiler alert.
If you haven't watched Good Times since 1974.
Sorry, folks. So I think a few people were probably just streaming that on Netflix and said, well, I don't have any reason. What are we doing here?
That's how they line up.
Okay.
You missed it last time.
Yeah, I guess I
They're
did.
off to Corbin again. Back towards the middle. He leans forward. And it's going to get back to almost the 25, so probably the 24. We'll start on the 24 with a minute 15.
Can we just have a conversation about why do teams do things like that?
I guess
Like,
I don't know.
You know, the other one was it? I don't know who it was. Monroe Central Tri, somebody that would line up way over
and then slide
and
over.
then slide it. What's the point?
Well, I think I tried to explain it to you then, but I don't think you liked my explanation. So, I mean, I could tell you that they're looking for a formation, and defensively, if you don't go line up with them, they'll just snap and run it right up.
How about you just play the game? It's just
well, that's one of their little
okay.
things.
I guess the argument that is the game, and that's fine. I'll just tell you that I don't care. I think it's dumb.
There's a fake pitch, roll out for Triton. He's going to throw. It's on the run. Oh, a little bit of contact there, but he makes the catch. John Justin made
Justin with a nice catch and
right along the sideline. Kept
really
that 1 foot in, able and pick up 7 yards. So on first down, so
2nd and 3 now.
Bring up 2nd and 3.
Coach, they don't care about your contact.
Clock is going to keep running. So this, depending on what we do here,
might be our last play.
Maybe the last play. Nice roll out there by Triton, and
he had pressure coming and he stuck right in there.
He had two guys that were options there. He threw it over the top of his first option to John. John was able to slide and get that foot in bounds and pick up the first down. So 34 seconds to go here in the first quarter. So handoff to Devin. This time it doesn't go quite as far. They're going to call that one dead.
Well, they blew it dead, but you wouldn't know by that white hat.
Well.
Might be the last one he gets tonight.
I'm not sure if he blew the whistle or coughed. That's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. Probably a good thing.
Good time to take a quick break here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back. Back here at North Decatur, and I got to remember
what time zone we're in.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what it feels like. I got to remember the downs and everything. It's third down.
It's third down and about
three, I
think.
think.
It looks like.
So,
see what we can do here.
It was senior night. They did those festivities before the game.
It makes sense. It is a last game of the year, so I was not surprised to see it was a senior night. We did ours a little earlier than that.
A lot of people do that, and they did that because of COVID. Then when COVID was going on, you might lose a game here and there. But thankfully, we're past that. Triton under center, third down, trying to get 3 yards, Warrior fans.
There's no time left on the play clock, and nobody has picked that up yet, apparently. There was no time on the
I was going to say there couldn't have been.
For several seconds, there was no time on the play. I mean, that thing was at 0 forever. And the coach down here is asking, I mean, I don't blame him. Yeah. That thing was on 0 for 6 seconds.
I know. I saw it. And we just kept standing there. And we didn't snap the ball at all.
I'll give their coach some credit. I mean, he's not blown up about it. But I think he knows they're the better team, but at one point, he just looked at him and went like his hand up and pointed at the clock. Like,
not one guy blew the whistle out of 5 of them.
We're not doing that tonight, or what? Here's Travis with another chance, another nice punt. Everybody over on the other side of the booth is talking about. There's a block in the back.
Did they call it?
No. He didn't. I mean, you think he's going to see that?
Yeah.
The play clock just went to zeros. Now Travis isn't going to get. They got the ball back to the line of scrimmage. So Travis is going to not get a great net on that punt, but that was a long, high punt, and the people next to us in the booth next to us were like, oh, wow, that's a great punt.
Yeah, Travis has had 3 great punts. I will say this. I'm not shocked they didn't see the block in the back.
Well,
if they didn't see the play clock.
No, that's why I said 0 seconds on the play clock. And then we're worried about them seeing it.
We're not working with the A team.
No,
these guys probably got a 4A sectional, too. I feel sorry for them.
I hope not. There's a handoff.
Messer again.
He's
still on his feet.
And he is
still going.
He may get there. Nope, they'll get him at about the 6. He's a good player. I like the way he runs. It's a good player. Don't even say it.
Folks, if you're out there, get somebody to apply to be an official. We need help.
22 in motion. Handoff again.
It's Messer again.
He's going to walk in
there
the
for
corner.
a touchdown.
Listen, I'm not going to say anything bad about that kid. Boy, he is a good player. He just keeps his head up when he runs. He doesn't go full speed. It's almost like he picks and chooses, and then when he goes, he's got that second gear.
He's very patient about hitting the hole, and then when he gets there, he just kicks it into gear, like you said.
That's a good way to say it. He's a patient runner, and when he finds that hole, then he explodes, and then he shows his athleticism. But he's a good runner.
You talking about the white hat?
No, I was not talking about him. Let's see if the kick is good here.
You're blocking it with the scoreboard, but it's good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, that's right.
What are you doing? You taking over the camera?
No,
all of a sudden you're the camera guy?
No, I'm not.
You're just getting
well,
handsy.
That makes it 22-0, and Wes-Del will.
How much time left? I know you can see
10:38 to go here in the first half.
Let's check the chat, folks. What's going on in the chat? Anybody? All right. It's a good. Mr. Producer says it's a penalty-free Friday. I think so.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I think half-price appetizers ends at who knows what time. They got to get there.
This is just a warm-up for everybody, I think, for next week.
Yeah.
Well, these girls are going to do push-ups every time that somebody scores, it looks like.
Yeah. They got a lot of cheerleaders.
Yeah, they do. Well, they're doing push-up wave.
Well, that makes more sense. Well, there's 19 cheerleaders, so they're going to have to go back to the front again. Oh, no, she's going to finish.
Oh, she had to do 2 in a row. That's not fair.
I think they're done, but there they go.
So here's your kickoff, number 80 again. So far they've gone to Corbin every time, and this time he does again. That one's going to go back for a touchback. Nice kick.
Yeah. That was a great kick. I tell you what, these guys up here are just impressed with kicking tonight.
They are. They're a bunch of former kickers.
They must be. They just keep talking about how much.
Kickers and managers. Kickers.
Yeah. I'm sure their names are.
I don't think they have soccer here, do they?
I don't know.
Pull one of
Are
those
they
guys
one?
over.
They're 1A, right?
I think so, yeah.
I said that earlier. I'm almost certain they are.
I'm pretty sure they're like number 3 in 1A right now.
Yeah.
So here we go, starting on the 20 after the touchback. High school still starts on the 20. They haven't changed that rule yet. All the other levels have. Take it out to the 25. There's a handoff right up the middle. That's Brock Nauman.
He got maybe a yard or two. About a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9.
Clock's running.
What time do the girls play tomorrow, Coach?
Well, the girls play the second game, so it's always one of those I play 30 minutes after the first game. First game is at 11. That doesn't affect us any. That's Wapahani and Alexandria, and we will play after that. So my best guess estimate and what they say on the schedule is 12:30.
Yeah.
I'd get there
After
a little before that just to make sure.
About 12:15.
12:15. Make sure you're there on time. 20-minute warm-up between games, and then they'll go. And then the winners will play at 8 p.m. in the championship. And there's a fumble.
Looks like North Decatur says they have it. And they do.
A little loose handoff there. Falls on the ground. So North Decatur will take over with great field position there on the, looks like 20, 19.
You're right there.
Yeah, sorry.
We don't have anything to drink up here. Text Denny.
He looks like he's busy with crowd control.
Yeah.
And I didn't see him. Do you see him?
I don't see him. I know he's here.
I think I see him. I think he's down there. He's usually a guy with a bad toboggan. That's usually him. There's a pass across the middle, open. Pass.
That's a touchdown.
That's going to be a touchdown.
I didn't see who the number was.
22.
22, that is Josh Evans, the senior.
Evans. Yep.
And that pushes it to 28-0.
9:40 left here in the first half.
Folks, a reminder, if it does exceed 35 or hit 35, it is a running clock, but not in the first half. Second half only.
Second half only.
Here's the kick.
There's your hard count again. Let's see if they go.
What'd they do here?
Wait, we went offsides on the hard count again.
Well, let me get the penalty flag. It's only the second of the night.
It's hard to miss that one.
Oh,
sorry. I mean, you wouldn't. Listen, I'm not going to tell you you would know what it is because I've yet to see the white hat come over and make a call to the booth.
That's another thing I was going to talk about, but I felt like I was on him too much early. But at this point, I'm just like, never mind. I don't care because he's not doing anything.
And walk right up the middle with number 26, James Evans. So good times for James Evans right there as he scores again on a dynamite play.
You're bringing your A game tonight, Coach.
I'm not going to let that go.
Dynamite, James Evans. We could have asked that in the chat, and we would have never gotten the answer.
I probably can't tell you my anniversary, but I can tell you who played the dad on Good Times.
Good Times. Well, that was a 70s program.
Yeah, it was.
Was Good Times what Janet Jackson was on? No.
No, she was on What's Happening.
Oh, now there was a show. Probably one of the best theme songs.
There's some good theme songs back then. Good Times had a good one. Everybody's singing it.
I feel like you were really into that show.
Well, I don't know, not that much. But then Sanford and Son might be the best. I mean,
yeah, it is a good one.
Sometimes we get on these kicks. It might be theme songs tonight. You don't have great theme songs anymore like you used to.
No.
You used to have a whole minute intro of a theme song.
Well, when I grew up, which was much later than you.
Not that much, 10 years.
Well, Friday night was huge because it was TGIF.
That's true.
And you had all those.
Yeah, I was in college then.
You had all those Full House, great theme.
Yep.
You had What was it, Step by Step?
Bosom Buddies. No, that
No,
was
Bosom
70s.
Buddies, no.
That was early 80s.
Perfect
no,
Strangers?
I was thinking Perfect Strangers. My
Perfect
bad.
Strangers
Don't
was
be
a
ridiculous. Sorry.
Uncle Balky Bartakamus.
There's a kickoff all the way back to the 5.
Oh, no.
And then
Oh, no.
Corbin's going to pick it up and bring it from there.
Oh, my.
He's
Oh,
around
no.
the outside a little bit.
Get around there.
There you go.
There you go. Hey, he made something out of nothing.
Absolutely. So he takes it all the way back to the 27, and it didn't look like it was going to end up that way when he picked it up on the 2.
It's a heck of a return, Cousin
Yeah,
Larry.
it was. Yes, it was.
Cousin Larry. Not cousins. I think they found out
In the later episodes, they weren't really?
That they
I don't
really
know.
weren't related.
I thought they were. 30-0 here with 9:29 to go in the first half.
Family Matters. That was another one on there. Remember the dinosaurs?
Yes, I do. Vaguely.
That wasn't very long, but it was on there.
The pass out, complete. Nice
Yeah, pick up a
catch.
3 there.
Who's that? Is that John again? Yeah, John Justin again with another pass. So that pass play has worked. A little out pattern. Picked up 5, so being up second and about 5 on the, looks like about the 31. Out of bounds, so it stops the clock.
I wouldn't even worry about the play clock.
Well, no, at this point.
Nobody else and down there
especially
is.
if the clock's running. If the clock's running, I would just take it down about 3 minutes.
I just sit over it and make them call it.
There's a handoff to Devin. And that's
He was met right there at
picks
the
up
line.
about a yard. So it's going to bring up
And
third and a long 4.
I will say when that white hat establishes his position, he keeps it.
So it's going to be 3rd and 5. That's a little. You'd think it'd be a little different here on the last game of the year, or maybe they have someone sitting in for their clock operator because it says 3rd and 31, but the ball's actually on the 31. So,
Well, everybody's on fall break.
that's true. They may not be though.
That's true. There's a lot of people.
See if we can get him to jump here. Nope. Triton drops back the pass. He's going to throw it to Corbin. And
Oh,
there's-
call it. Call
there's a
something.
Flag. Somebody. Let's see what they call
They're-
here.
They want offensive up here, but
Yeah, and I don't. This one could go either way.
it's going to be offensive. He pointed. Look at these guys running to each other to tell. The guy's got to run across the field to tell him.
I thought some of them have headsets on. It looks like.
Oh, yeah, they called it on Corbin.
So we'll see if they want to take the penalty or not. Looks like they are going to take the penalty. It was 3rd down, so now they're asking him. Now they're going to decline it. He forgot to ask Coach what he wants to do. Coach is over here telling him. I'm giving their coach some credit over here. He's over here.
He's patient.
Yes,
he's
has
patient.
been. He's over here. He's swinging his arms like he's calling somebody safe at second the whole time. This guy forgot he was supposed to look over. They're already marking it off. Anyway, 4th and
I think we've got Travis
4th and
out there.
5.
So far, he's booted 3 really good.
Yes, he has.
Let's see if he can keep her going.
Now we need to do is get some coverage here. Give him a hard count here and see if we can get him off like they do us. Snap to Travis. That one a little lower. Going to be taken on the first bounce. There comes a flag. That's going to coming back.
Is he still up?
Yeah, that's going to be a hold.
Maybe.
Nah, if that's not a holder blocking the back, then I'm going to half price appetizers if it's not.
Well, I can guarantee you that if you don't beat these guys, you're not going to get anything.
Holding.
Yeah.
It was right in the middle of the field.
I mean, I might talk at halftime and say, hey, where you guys think you're going after the game? Because we're not going there. Because there won't be anything there.
No, that's not what I thought you were going to say.
No, there won't be any.
No, I thought you were going to say that we'll know it's good.
That's true. They're probably great guys, but they're just not doing a very good job. I'll be honest with you. All they got to do is, and listen, it's not that they're calling them bad. They're not even signaling. They're not asking coaches questions. It's like they don't even want to be here.
First down. It's going to be
I mean, just care.
Back at the 38-yard
It's
line.
the only thing I say. When you're working with kids, high school athletes, and
This
any
is the
type,
most
just
important.
care.
This is the most important thing going on in these
Yes.
kids' lives.
If you're going to be an official, just
for both
care.
for both teams. There's a pitch, little
10.
misdirection play.
He's got it. He's got a head of steam. A lot of head of steam. He's
John
still
Justin's
moving.
about the only one back there.
He finally got tackled. And that was Alec Thornburg when he gets back in.
Across the other side of the field to make that tackle. That was Mucker Hyde.
Coach Giesman's camping and watching the game. He's probably having that vegetable soup, Coach. I'm telling you.
Coach Giesman?
Yeah, Coach Giesman. I got to go there. I got to go to his campsite. That's where I want to eat tonight. The guy eats great when he goes camping.
He's got a big old pot of something boiling right now.
That's so good. Remember, he brought in those sausage, green beans, and potatoes for us, and they were really good.
There's a pass across the middle to 20.
Coach, if you're having vegetable soup, I'm jealous. You've got to bring some in. I want to have some of that. We've had your chili. It's amazing. Coach, the goose is, when he's loose in the kitchen.
He's a cook.
Good stuff. Of course, I don't know. He may lie to us. It might be his wife.
Somebody's cooking.
He just claims it. But it's nothing better than being able to watch some Warrior football and be at the campsite. There's Messer again. Making a lot of people miss, but he doesn't make Thornburg miss. Thornburg and Messer met in the jamboree at the goal line. I don't know if you were there for that one.
Oh, yeah, I was, yeah.
A helmet-to-helmet.
Yep.
Thornburg showed how tough he was early in the year on that play. And because you could hear it. I was up in the stands. You could hear it. Popcorn doesn't look too bad right there, Coach.
Yeah, we'll never know. It doesn't look like.
No, doesn't look like Denny's going to do anything for us. Somebody watching needs to text Denny and say, hey, the guys could take a drink.
The handoff across the middle.
He's going in.
That's another flag to see if that comes back for a hold
They're
or
going
not.
to call the touchdown, but it's got to be something.
Be something here.
Something.
I'm going to go over and tell the white hat.
Let's see what we got here.
Holding on the offense. That's coming back.
There we go. So the hold will bring her back.
Holding again. Now he's signaling twice. First down. Then that's going to take them all the way back to the 25. So it'll be first. And they can still get a first down if they get to the 2.
I hope they're wearing their Apple Watches out there because they're getting their steps in.
7-11 to go on the first half here. 26 in motion. There's a handoff to.
That's Messer. He's finally taken down on the far side there.
Lucas Young with the tackle.
Way to go, Lucas. That's a senior right there. So
it's going to be second and a long, looks like about 20 to go here.
I don't know, but I'm going to tell you what. Palmer and Messer are legit.
Yes.
The guys are legit. They're good.
We're just in control out there. And it's what you expect from seniors. There's a handoff. And that's number 28.
He was rumbling and stumbling. That's Jack.
Kino?
I'm going to
see what they say here.
Kine.
Third down.
Jack Kine. I know it doesn't look that way. That's what I'm saying it is.
So it's going to be third and
I think the O is silent.
Third and
Denny just texted me. No drinks in the press box. Did you text him?
Nope.
Somebody did. Now, no drinks in the press box? You mean I'd have to walk to go get something?
5:50 to go here in the first half.
Answering back. He texted both of us.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
Okay.
Pass
out here to Messer.
And he's going to cut in and walk. A little fake, like he was going to come back to the middle, and then went right to the in line there and scored. And that'll take it up to 36-0 with 5:38 here to go in the first half, and the extra point still coming.
Just remember, folks, if you ever become part of the staff here at Wes-Del and you're dying of thirst, your AD will not come to your aid. Just remember that. When they get excited about those kicks. These guys over here must be kicking guys.
I think so. I mean, one good kicker knows another good kicker. Anyway,
I like
that
your,
makes us
I like
37.
your response. like they would open up welcoming committee for us when we get here. That's true. No one acknowledges.
Well, but we've.
Would you quit touching the camera? I got it on the
I didn't know if you moved it.
No, I got it on the ND. We're waiting on them to.
Because you're a Notre Dame fan.
I am a Notre Dame fan, and I want Notre Dame to know about their
logo. Who they play tomorrow?
Well, they just came off of.
Is it a bye week for them?
No. They just had a bye week a while back.
Well, you can let us know in a second.
No. I got it. I got you right here. Stanford.
Ooh, that's a rivalry game.
Yeah.
Just about everybody with Notre Dame's a rivalry game.
Hey,
I don't think Stanford's great this year.
Well, I'm a Notre Dame fan. We're not great.
That's true. That's a
Listen,
little bit of growing pains. But
listen, here's what I know about Notre Dame, and I love all Notre Dame sports. People like to be a Notre Dame, football guy, and then they like to be an IU basketball
I saw you
guy.
Wearing that Notre Dame
basketball shirt. I love Notre Dame basketball.
And hockey shirt. I saw you wearing.
Yeah, I'm a big hockey guy. You know me. Mike Bray is probably I always think he's one of the most underrated. And you agree with me? Underrated coaches because he's at a football school.
He's a good coach. They're taken back again by Corbin Price. Cuts back across the field and taken down at about the 24.
I'm making you work because you're at that angle where you can see stuff and I can't. So tonight I'm making you work.
Fortunately, I'm not that age that I can see anything.
I know.
So, 24. Well, we'll call it the 23. Sorry, we're going to say 23.
Back to Notre Dame. If there are any fans watching, let's just be honest. We got to be honest about Notre Dame. They always get ranked because they're Notre Dame. They get ranked too high, and I'm a fan. I can say it. They get ranked a little too high. Now, I believe in Marcus Freeman. I think he's going to get things done. I hope they stick with him. But you know how college football is. You know what I read today? College football coaches' salaries are up 15% just this year.
Well, inflation.
Yeah, they got to pay for that gas just like we do.
All those guys are going to live on $3 million a year.
It's true. It's true. It's hard out there.
There's a little pass play.
Oh,
just out of reach there for Devin Groh.
I like that. It was a
nice little rollout play. I think Triton's a little more comfortable rolling out to his right than he is to his left. He had to throw across his body right there, but I mean that's.
Guess who texted Denny? Mr. Producer.
Oh,
he's trying to take care of us. Look at it. Now he's texting. Do you really need drinks? No, we don't. No. does it feel like
go get us one at halftime?
Feel like SpongeBob when he dries out.
Second down to 10. We were offsides that time. Went a little quick. And sometimes that might be right there a little bit of an indication of playing with a new center. Whenever you have a new center, I'm surprised we haven't seen that yet. That was the first time. Actually, they called delay a game. Yeah.
Well, that'd be a first.
I was going to say it might be from the last three they missed. I can't. I'd like to complain, but I can't.
No,
they missed three.
And their coach has been so patient because at some point I'd be like, come on, guys. Anyway, Mr. Producer wanted me to run the ad for recruiting officials, and I'm sure it's all set up, but I don't know where it's at.
Never mind. You're trying to get them to.
I think if you're watching.
He was trying to get them to start the clock. And they weren't paying attention.
Would you quit touching the camera?
No, I was trying to get everybody in.
I don't know why you keep touching it.
I'm not. Handoff up the middle. There's Devin. Going to pick up about 3.
Want to thank our sponsors, Star Financial Bank. And
actually, that was Trey Adams with the carry, I think.
The Van Mater Reed Realty team. If you're going to buy a house, there isn't a better team to buy from.
Absolutely.
And if you're going to get a loan, you call Trent Dowling, and he'll get you hooked up.
Free pins.
Yep. Warriors score tonight. Trent Dowling's giving the first 100 Loans, free pins.
First, yeah, he definitely will do that.
It's got to be a loan of greater than $5,000.
And you'll get a free
Pin, courtesy of Trent Dowling, Star Financial Bank.
Devin Grill picks up back to the original line of scrimmage. I'll bring up 4th down.
I wonder if strength coach Brandon Van Mater is watching. Son and grandson of the Van Mater Reed Realty team.
I don't think he made the trip.
Do you know who sold me every one of my houses? Or was my realtor?
I'm going to guess.
The Van Mater Reed Realty.
Reed.
Yep, they were. True story. And they're a big contributor to Wes-Del Sports and the Sports Network.
4 minutes to go.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. 4 minutes. I thought you were done.
My bad.
4 minutes to go here in the first half. And
no more advertisements.
Coach Knuckles is going to call timeout. No, you do all you want.
No.
Listen, if I was going to buy a house tomorrow, I would go straight over there.
You're a pretty traditional guy. You're happy where you're at.
Yeah, but when I am ready to make that move,
I
might buy a house just to be supportive.
Well, you can't hide that money when you got it. Well, it is a timeout and 37-0, 3:54 to go. Hey, I can see the clock that way. I should have seen that earlier.
Oh, yes, you can.
I will say they have probably some of the best windows of most of the press because we can get the whole camera without getting blocked. Now, I know we don't love this, but usually we'd be sitting down. Their cheerleaders they've got 20 of them. They got the chance to do this.
Make me
a little nervous, though.
Pyramid.
They don't seem real sure-handed with her. They caught her.
So far, so good.
Yep. Have you noticed that fly that's in here? It's
Yeah,
better than the bee.
At least it's not stinging you.
And it's not the bee I had.
Couple flies in here. Shoe fly, don't bother me.
Coach, we're getting close to basketball season. You getting excited?
Yeah. Talk a little bit. Hey, look what's right here. Dormant bee.
I think that one's dead. Here we go.
Yeah, we'll talk about basketball.
Travis again.
Nice high punt. This time a fair catch again. Taken off the top of his helmet there.
Reed Messer. He can do it all. He can catch it on the helmet.
They'll start at the 49, just over their side of the field. Yeah, basketball conditioning is going on. We'll start first official practice is November 7th. If you're looking for information on the alumni game, we'll get that out there this week. It looks like we'll be pushing that out this week. But the alumni game is on, I believe, November 12th, whatever that Saturday is, that first Saturday. We'll look it up here real quick. I believe it's November 12th. It'll be
I love the alumni game.
Yeah, it's always a great time. See all those guys and what they're doing and catch up and see some of the older guys. And just a fun way to kick off basketball season. So November 12th, be looking for that form.
Yeah, it's going to be a first down and more as he hurdles. Coach Van Mater is watching. He is at Moe's. He's in line at Moe's watching.
Is he? I like
some
Moe's.
Food. Moe's is good.
Not sponsored, but should be.
Should be. Moe's Southwest Grill. Sounds pretty good, actually. Been a while since I've eaten. Maybe an hour. 1st and 10 for North Decatur, the Chargers.
3:25 to go here in this first half.
You know they've got 2 team logos.
Okay. Could have been a hold. It's a nice pass. Nice touch on that pass. That's
right over
26.
the top.
26 is James Evans.
That was a nice pass. So that puts it at 43, right, Coach?
That makes it 43 with the extra point to come here in the first half, second quarter.
But anyway, they've got the Notre Dame logo.
Oh, yeah.
And then they've got the SMU Charger, the horse, the Mustang. I'm not gonna report it. I just know my logos.
Yeah, I noticed that too. SMU is just happy to get some positive.
Yeah, they had a bad go there back in the
80s. And they had a good team there.
Had a great
couple
team
years ago, and they had a good basketball team for a while when Larry Brown was there.
Now, was that Larry Brown?
Yes, the Larry Brown.
Yeah, but when was he there?
Not that long ago.
So this
Within the last.
So this is
years.
after he left the NBA.
Yes,
yeah.
last 10 years or so.
Have you watched the Redeem Team
I
yet?
have not, but I've been texted and told by several people I need to.
It's good. The stuff about Kobe on there is unbelievable.
I may do that tomorrow or even tonight when I get home.
The one story that I really like, and of course I got to clean up some of the language,
Well, please do.
So, they were called the Redeem Team because a lot of the guys weren't playing because of all the different reasons. I won't tell you the whole thing. But anyway,
Yeah, don't spoil it for me.
they're coming back to win it. Well, some of the younger guys like LeBron, Carmelo, and Dwayne Wade were, out having a good time one night, and they came back, and they didn't get in until almost 4 a.m. And guess who was walking out to go to work out? Kobe Bryant.
As they were coming in.
He didn't go out. He just woke up, got ready to go work out, and they said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm going to work out." And they said, "Well, we're supposed to be having fun." And he said, "It's not fun unless we win."
That's right.
And he changed the culture. It's what you talk about, Coach. One guy can change the culture of everything, even in the NBA. That's a good return.
We'll return back to the 30. A couple nice returns tonight Corbin has. Yeah, it only takes one person to.
Because you know what they back to the point of that, one person. They said the next morning, LeBron was up with him.
Yeah.
The next morning, Dwayne Wade was up with him. By the end of the week, he had every player up in the morning.
It takes one person to say this is what we're going to do, and this is what the coach said, and this is how we're going to do it.
And what our kids should learn from that is that even happens at the highest level.
Absolutely.
And some guys are just wired different. Kobe Bryant was definitely wired different.
Well, you can't talk about being good. You have to just prove it.
Yep.
3:10 to go. There's a handoff to Trey Adams around the right side. He's going to pick up a few yards here.
Looks like 2 there on the carry. Well, getting text. Well.
Second down. And about 8.
Mr. Producer had me nervous. Sent me a text and said we lost audio. Then he sent me another text to tell me his cat stepped on the remote.
Oh.
Okay. So we're not fans with the cats.
Yeah,
they're trying to mute us.
Cats are
offended.
Cats are smart.
Yeah. The cat knows good broadcasting when they hear it, and they shut us off.
Brock Nauman taking down.
Met right there back at the line.
Met at the line of scrimmage.
So we've got about 2:16, 2:15 to go here, and as we mentioned, it's 43-0, which means in the second half the clock will run, and it will never stop because the rule is
once you start, you don't stop.
Doesn't stop. Okay.
Winding this clock down as much as we can on each play. Third and 8.
Hey, good news. Red flag warning just expired.
Okay, good. We can shoot those fireworks we brought off there.
How does it? Like, what's the difference?
I don't know. That makes zero sense to me.
What, because of the dew?
Just because it's nighttime? Maybe
I
it'll
guess,
come back
maybe
tomorrow.
because of the dew.
Maybe it's not as windy.
Well, sometimes people have to listen to this and say, these two guys are clowns. I mean, they're just flat-out clowns. Talk about red flag, and we don't have any clue about it.
I didn't know even what it was.
Well, you did as a lifeguard.
I did as a lifeguard.
What was it as a lifeguard?
It was Riptide as a lifeguard. We didn't have a lot of those at the Hartford pool.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Depends on who
did the cannonball.
Who did the cannonball?
The white hat did a cannonball. We might have. And then there's another timeout by Nuck. Good job. He's going to run it all the way down, then call.
I'm not giving.
Can't take him with you.
I'm not giving you the out on this one. I'm making you stay on the air. Oh, I'm going to sit down on this really high stool.
Well, we only have one, so
let me take it.
Help yourself.
Well, it's the same height as the table.
I know it's not.
My knees are above the table.
Probably why it's in here for us.
Yeah, I know. Well, at least we got one. I'll let you have it in a minute.
No, I don't want it.
Well, let's talk about
stuff that's upcoming. We have volleyball tomorrow. We have.
Oh, I wasn't where I was going.
Okay, we have a lot of.
I got it. You want me
Winter
to?
sports getting ready to start.
I was going to say you're about.
Girls basketball practice starts on Monday when we get back to school.
Well,
winter
it won't in the
sports
main gym.
Oh, really?
No. We're getting our bleachers, new bleachers, folks.
I saw that.
Bottom section was very old and
so old it took a while to come out, I think, didn't it?
Yeah, they're having a heck of a time with it. I talked to them today. They said you wouldn't believe the way these were put together, but that just meant they were decent. They did last quite a bit for us. Here's Travis again. But we will have a new.
Go out of bounds. That's one way to make sure that the Messer can't return
We will
it.
have new ones at Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium there on the lower half. The upper half, those are newer.
Yes.
So we didn't need to replace those. But we did have some mechanical trouble with the old ones. And I am sure, no matter what you do, Coach, somebody's going to like the new ones and somebody's going to hate the new ones.
I know who will like them. Anybody that has to push that button and watch them not go in.
And pull them out by hand sometimes.
People don't realize that. Is that a lot of times our janitors or sometimes the boys basketball team or someone was pushing or pointing them out because they were we'd had them fixed about as many times as you could.
It was
sometimes
we had one guy that could still kind of basically engineer, weld, and do everything he needed to do. We had one guy that used to come in and take care of us. And here we go.
Pass.
He's wide open down here. That's Messer.
Out of bounds.
He's out of bounds right here. But anyway, that's exciting. It's always exciting when you're putting in some improvements and doing some things, and it always gets me excited to see what we can do. And with the tagline, small school, big opportunities, we have to continue to provide big opportunities, and that means you have to invest in your buildings. You have to invest in your facilities. And you know, as I do, today's game of school in Indiana is school of choice, so you have to keep up. And because kids can go anywhere they want. Twice a year, Coach, they got 2 count days.
That's true. Back to pass again. That's a nice pass.
Oh, almost.
Tipped off at number 10 and almost off Justin's hand, almost able to pick it off. That'll bring up second down and 10. North Decatur working on their 2-minute drill in case they need it here in sectional. 35 seconds to go.
And at halftime, folks, we've had some people ask. We don't have anybody this week, and we are going to go to an audio break, but we'll leave the video up. And I do have some people who have asked me why we do that. Well, this week, we need to go get something to drink on our own because no one else is doing it for us.
There's a nice little tackle.
Nice stop right there.
That's Devin Grow.
Yeah, nice job, Devin.
Devin grabs him. Tried to catch us through a couple passes in a row.
They're getting right back after it with 22 seconds to go. They're going to run another play. And they're going to pass. They've got everybody spread here.
We're going to go to the sideline. And, again, that's Messer with a nice catch. Got
10 seconds
down.
Folks, if you're watching at home and you're saying to yourself, why don't they just take a knee and go to halftime? Well, it's sectional time, folks.
Right.
These are opportunities for both teams to get better. And that's what they're trying right now. And it's better to be doing this in the first half than be doing it at the end of the second half, which they can't because the clock doesn't stop. So,
they're working on a little bit of, you can tell this is a little bit of short.
This is not bad sportsmanship. This is what coaches do, and both coaches know what they're doing at this point. So it may look, hey, 43-0, this isn't the right thing to do, but no, both coaches understand they're getting ready for next week. And North Decatur has a test.
Yes,
I mean, that's a test with try.
I would say by seeing both teams, they're probably on paper the better team, but you never know what's going to happen when you get out there and start playing the game. And again, I don't know where it's at.
Try is very fundamental and disciplined. We talked about that when we played them. So that's going to – their line is very, very fundamental. So that's going to cause the Chargers a little bit of fits, I think.
And Try wants to run the ball.
Yep.
And North Decatur, I think, was just fine doing either.
Sure looks like it. It sure looks like they can. And they're in the shotgun here, and this is going to be a heave.
They got them all spread out.
I'm going to give you a little bit more wide angle on this one. It's away to Parmer. He's going sideline.
Wide open.
And he'll go out of bounds, and they're close. And they may kick a field goal.
They've got 5 seconds to go.
They're going to kick a field goal.
I think so. Yes, they are. They're going to work on their field goal game. Again, what we talked about earlier. In a close game, this could come.
Could be what it is. So, folks, you may be seeing one heck of a field goal here because this one is, Coach, what do we got here? 30?
This is from the 31, add 10 yards, so a 41-yard field goal here attempt.
It's about as wide angle as it's going to get for you, folks.
And, you know,
let me bring you in
I
just
can't
a
remember which
little
team
bit
it was
here.
last year, if it was 1A or 2A lost on a field goal.
A lot of things got to happen good here. Good snap, good hold, all left up to the kick.
It's going to be the wide left.
He had the leg.
Yeah, he would have gotten it there, but it was wide left, so wasn't able to go through. But that'll end the first half with North Decatur having a 44-0 lead over Wes-Del. Wes-Del will take a break back over on their side and regroup a little bit. You know, we've talked about before, even more tonight. Some of these guys are playing a lot of downs, so they're going to need this every minute of this halftime to recharge. They'll give the officials a chance to recharge the clock.
Said 44, huh? Boy, I missed that at some point. Sorry.
I think the clock doesn't start till the officials are off the field, so we've got another good 15 or 20 minutes here before the clock starts. I'm going to start rolling.
Yeah, I think that's true. They're still right there. So we're going to go ahead and this is going to be an extended break, folks. We'll just tell you this right now. The clock has not started. Officials are still on, but we're going to take a break and get something to drink. And maybe we're a ways away from a restaurant, too. Might need to get a hot dog, Coach.
All right.
But anyway, you buying?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I don't know. Actually, I didn't bring my wallet, so I don't know how either one of us are going to get a drink here.
Folks, it's 44-0 here at the half on the Wes-Del Sports Network, brought to you by Star Financial Bank and the Van Mater Reed Realty Team. We'll be back with you in about 15 to 20 minutes here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back here, Coach, getting ready for kickoff of the second half. We did receive, for those of you taking notes at home that even care, you don't, but we did receive a water. Coach didn't bring his wallet in, so we weren't able to buy anything. So we just had to scrounge some water.
We got one.
We got them. Next time we'll bring the wallet in.
Guess so.
All right, so are they kicking to us?
Yeah, we kicked off to start the game. So we will be receiving here the opening kickoff of the second half. Down 44-0, and once this kickoff starts, the clock won't stop unless it is a injured player, I believe, and or timeout. I don't even think it stops on change of possession. So, again, what you're looking for here is get that clock running. You want as many first downs as you can, but you also are just trying to get out of here and get ready for next week. One of the things I'll tell you as a coach, what I would say is that, and I thought we might get to this at some point, and then we still had the second half to go, but one of the things I'll say as a coach is if you ask me how hard is it this week after you've already gotten the draw, it's extremely hard to focus on the game in front of you as a coach because the tournament means everything. So,
Oh, yeah.
I know that that's probably where a big part of our focus was this week. Not that you would never, ever slight your kids, because that wouldn't be the case, but you're not going to do that. But one of the things that you would do is want to work on some things that are going to get you prepared for that team that you're going to see. And, of course, we've said that's Hagerstown for us. So some of the things that we want to see, and that goes for North Decatur too, things that you want to see next week and some of the things that you want to work on for next week. So I don't want to say this game is meaningless, but really for the standings and for everything, it's just one of those games where as a coach you're like, okay, can we fast forward to next week, next Friday?
Well, we just found out that we have a conference trophy. I didn't know we did.
I had no clue that
they're going to present it to North Decatur after the game.
Chance they may have made it. Trophy.
I did not know we had one.
Under center, and there's a handoff to Devin Grow up the left side. No, I'm sorry, that's Brock Nauman on the carry, and there's a flag. Let's see what we get, what call we get here.
Well, it's
going to be one of two things.
It's a mixed bag.
It's going to be a hold or it's going to be a face mask.
Now they're pointing on them. Well, let's see. They're going to get it together here.
Well, again, clock's running.
Oh, well, here comes the fourth official. No, he's running in to stand in front of the ball.
Yeah, well, those headsets are for decoration, apparently.
This can't be that hard of a call.
They're picking up the flag. So after all that.
God. Hey, the good news is the clock ran the whole time.
Well, yeah, it did.
Oh, my God. I am never surprised anymore. I just have in my head what that conversation could have been.
Yeah, I dropped her. There's another flag.
Oh, hang on now and see what we get here.
That's false start this time.
False start. Oh, yeah. He's not a basketball official because that travel.
That was fast.
You can't do that in basketball. You wear yourself out.
Well, it looked like he was doing the hustle back from the.
Dun, 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 dun. I think they called him Charlie Hustle back in the day.
Yep.
Those were years ago.
So that'll bag us up 5 here, and it's going to be 2nd and 15. Well, 14 because we picked up a yard there. So 2nd and 14.
I think these officials are thinking about next week too.
Yeah, well, that's a warm-up for everybody. They're down the field and almost just out of the reach of Corbin Price.
They've gone to Corbin a lot tonight, and some have gone well, and that one was just a little out.
I think that may be a little bit of an emphasis for next week is to get the ball into Corbin's hands a little bit. But you saw what he could do on some of those returns.
You know who we should see now? Oh, no, it should be 3rd down. Gonna say we're not at Travis Bunch
Nope.
punting yet, which we saw a lot of in the first half. I'll take a drink.
It's a good thing we got you water.
No, I know. Great value.
3rd down, and there's a handoff around the end. That's, I want to say Trey. Yeah, Trey Adams on the carry now. Picks up about a yard or two.
About back to the initial line of scrimmage, 4th and 10 now.
4th, and Travis is in there, so I'm assuming we'll punt right here.
Yeah, I think so.
Give up this kind of field position.
Messer's back to return. See how long he keeps his starters in here.
Took a knee at midfield. And so they'll start at the 48. And they'll start from there.
Sorry.
There's a couple of different guys in there. I can see already, at least on this play, that Messer is not in the game. So he's down on the sidelines, and a couple of the other new quarterback.
Well, let me see. We can get in here. I see. What is it, number
4?
I
see number 7 down here. And
it's Mason Morris. He's a sophomore quarterback. So, looks like we're going to see some younger guys from North Decatur.
There's a tackle made by, it looks like Powers. I'm sorry, no, that's Powers with the tackle.
That carry was number 29.
Yeah, number 29.
Number 29 is Corbin Thackeray. He is a freshman, 5'9", 140. And so Mason Morris is running the show here in the second half for the Chargers. Good time to see probably a lot of guys that don't. Well, I take that back. They're up by 40 on a lot of people. So these guys actually have played a little bit.
But nevertheless, important time for these guys because they're going to be playing next year. You saw they've got a lot of older guys, so these guys are going to be playing. So
that's a big carry there again for the freshman.
That's number 29.
Corbin Thackeray again.
Yeah.
And he rumbles across. 5:30 to go in this one. Clock is running.
We don't play North Decatur in much of anything else, partly because of the drive, and second of all because they aren't in our conference except for anything but football, and of course we won't be playing them next year, so I guess this will be the last time we have to make this drive, I would think.
Thackeray's got it again, finally tackled there.
So we're heading to Florida. Thackeray. Again, a couple of handoffs there in a row, so it's going to be 2nd and about 4.
Well, I assume they have a JV because they've got a lot of guys.
Well, yeah.
So these guys have played.
They've got some play. Yeah, they're running plays and are pretty sharp on their plays. The guys up front know who they're supposed to block. And I've been paying that much attention to their line to see if
some of them are the same.
I would say they may have some of the linemen in still.
Thackeray tripped up there.
And there's a fumble.
He was knocked.
They're calling it down by contact, but
we got an injured. Well, is he getting up? Yeah, he's getting up.
That's Dallas Godby.
He's going to come out. Knowing Dallas, it'll be a play out, and he'll be back in. He gets a little banged up once a game, but it never does him in.
Always seems to end up back in there, doesn't he?
Yep.
Clock's running quick now. Down to 3:50 here in this third quarter already.
Wow. There's Morris.
Direct snap.
Morris is going to keep it for a touchdown.
And that's number 4, Morris, with the carry on the direct snap. And
tell you what,
to cut right up the field and find his way in.
Good for Mason Morris there and get some time. And yeah, 3:20.
3:20, and the clock is a running.
They're going to kick.
I don't think you could ever work on your kicking game enough.
Well, no.
Listen, it's a crowd favorite around here.
It is. Listen to this. Listen to them erupt.
Nice.
Nice.
Kick.
And they love it.
So I guess I was wrong. The clock does stop on change of possession.
So it's right at 3 minutes.
At the 3-minute mark here at the third quarter, and it'll wind as soon as they kick it off and continue running. That makes it 51-0, and I noticed the cheerleaders have stopped doing
no
push-ups.
kidding. I was going to say, let's see those stinking cheerleaders doing 51 push-ups. I think there's a limit.
There is probably a few parents on both sides trying to figure out what's going on with why more on this side. I'm just going to speak. Probably, I should probably stop right now.
Trying to figure out where you're going.
Probably some of the senior parents saying it's senior night. Why are the seniors not playing more? But I just have been here before, so I could probably see it's senior night. Why are you not playing the seniors? Blah blah blah. That's their night, and that's just a tribute to their coach. Is what I was going to say.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
Because, sure, you could leave them all out there, and you could run the score up, and you can go back to your 10-year reunion and say, "Remember when we beat Wes-Del 98-0?" Or you could say, remember our coach
when we
took us
got
out because he did the right thing.
Team got better.
Yeah, we learned a life lesson.
The only thing I like, though, he's done a really nice job. I just want to talk to him about this little where they get down like they're going to sprint and track.
Maybe they won't do it this time. No,
that's
their thing. I mean,
okay, that's their thing.
You just need to get off that. I don't think that's that big of a deal. That's the way they used to do it.
Okay.
Back when I was growing up.
All right. Well, they also had leather helmets.
Not when I was playing. We had at least one bar.
That's true. Everybody looked like a kicker. Well, the kicker or the
quarterback made the
tackle there.
Clock's running now again, and here come the Warriors back on offense.
Did you see the white hat? He missed that. Shocking. Shocked me. It shocked me that he didn't catch it. I would have thought he was probably on Hand's team in high school.
Well, things change sometimes.
I got you because I knew you saw it just as much as I did.
I know. Good thing there's not a camera up here. I just about fell over. There's a handoff up the middle. Oh, nice run.
Yeah, that's a good run.
That is Devin Groh.
Devin Groh again.
Devin's having his probably most productive
game of the year.
Game of the year. He's been banged up on and off.
Yeah, he's battled that ankle injury about all season. It happened early.
Pickup of about 7, so it'll bring up a long 3, maybe 4. 1:28 to go here in this third quarter. We don't lose an hour going home, do we?
We gain one, I think.
Okay.
It's Saturday at home. That's a great run. Again, he just put his head down. I think that's
close to a first down. That's going to be 3rd and a yard.
Well, and Devin's 2 good runs are going to give him a break. Going to bring Lucas in. And
yeah, he may. 3rd down.
3rd down, make some noise. You're only up by 51.
Speaking of 50, it's down to 50 seconds on the clock here.
That was a quick quarter.
There's 20 on the
play clock.
But don't worry. You could probably run it down before they would
let
catch
it go. I bet you they're not going to call it.
Let's see what we do here on the – might be a quarterback sneak. I hope it's going to be a handoff to Brock Nauman maybe.
Yeah, I think he got it.
And
that's a first down.
It's a good spot. And they're going to give him the first down.
You know what? I'll give them credit because guess who didn't do that? That crew from Eastern Hancock. Remember when they did that?
Yeah. Do I remember? I'm still having flashbacks.
I was so mad. Oh, my watch just told me to take a mindfulness break.
Your watch did?
My watch did. It told me time to take some time for yourself.
Well,
sometimes I think the watch is the only one that cares about me.
It's the end of the. We'll let you reconnect with your watch and take a short break on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back.
We're here.
Start of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Wes-Del down 51-0. If you took a break and just came back to us and thought, man, that was a fast third quarter. It's running clock. And as you said, I think that North Decatur's probably put running clock on several teams this year.
Most of them they've played, if I looked at John Harrell.
There's a fake handoff. Going to be a passing play. Throw to Devin Groh out in the
That's
right flat.
a good pickup there.
And he's going to pick up good yardage on the first down, and that's going to make it 2nd and 4. Nice little rollout. And again, going to his right looks a lot more comfortable. Second down and 4 on the 36. We'll call it the 42. Sorry. We'll call it the 42, not the 36.
Is it? Yeah. Trying to figure out what you're doing there.
Yeah, it was off a little bit. There's a handoff. Nice run
First
again
down
for Devin right up the middle. And some people will say to you, well, they're having a little more success now because they've got their second unit in. If you really think about it, and we've talked about this a few times this year, now our guys that we've talked about all year as freshmen and sophomores, a lot of them are playing against guys that are their own age.
Coach, do you know what their defensive average or their offensive average is? 45.6. You know what their defensive average is?
It can't be much.
5.8.
That's pretty good.
They weren't scored on until week 5.
There's a handoff around the end to Trey, and there's a flag from across the field. We'll see what they call here.
Face mask.
I think it's going to be a hold.
Okay.
That's my guess, but we'll see.
First team to score on this year. They beat South Decatur 57-0. They beat Eastern.
Holding.
Okay. Well, everybody at home was really worried about that. Eastern Hancock 40-0. Monroe Central, they beat Monroe Central 43-0.
Okay.
Shenandoah 36-0. Finally, they played Lapel. They beat them 43-18. Rushville, they beat Rushville just down the road 55-14. North Davies in the closest matchup of the season 35-14. And Switzerland County last week 56-0.
While you have that up, tap on their sectional and see who else besides Tries in their section.
I will do that.
9:32 to go here.
I'll also move the camera for the folks at home.
Backs us up. It's going to be 1st and 14. Triton back to throw. He's got Corbin. There's a flag. I'm going to call that on Corbin. That was pretty obvious push off on Corbin there.
So it's Edinburgh, Knightstown, Milan, South Decatur, Cambridge City, Lincoln, and Tri. So it looks like whoever wins the first game.
Who's the three? Edinburgh is what, 3-2 or overall 4-3. So they had a couple other teams, but it looks, like you said, it looks like
whoever wins the first one's right here.
It's the one time I think that
they should seed it.
Well, Indiana just doesn't get some. I loved some of the things we used to do, but when I coached in Florida, we seeded everything. Everything was seeded by record, so regular season did mean something. And if you got seeded high enough, well, basketball's a little different than football because you played anyway in football, but in basketball you would play the you'd get a bye if you were one of the top 2 seeds. That's where your buys came from.
Makes sense. I wish we knew somebody on the executive committee.
Well, we do.
We do. They'll never do it in Indiana.
No.
Just like they said they'd never do class. And they did.
There's a Trey Adams around the end. He's good. Nice pickup. Get some of that yardage back. Yeah, the new thing that we're getting across the board now, and I voted on about 6 times no. I think that's just a matter of time too. But the newest one is, we keep voting on, do we want to go to 6 classes in basketball, 5 or 6 classes in basketball?
What's the point?
Well, the other thing they're talking about is making the class cutoff a definite number, not a floating number every year, so that you kind of know where you stand as a school and where you might fall. But I don't know. What it doesn't help is the private versus public.
Which is still a big issue.
Because you could have 17 kids at your school if they can all play basketball. There's a nice run by Lucas Young.
You're going to call him down?
I'm going to call him down by contact. They've called that all night consistently.
Yeah.
Down by contact.
Well, listen, I'm just going to say that it's a good thing nobody rattled off a 90-yarder, because I can tell you that it'd be a while before the signal got down there to make the signal.
Back to that sectional, what I hate, the reason I guess I was bringing that up is the reason I hate that for a school like North Decatur and Tri, two really good teams, they should be playing in the championship game.
Right.
Now, if somebody beats you along the way, then that's your fault. But you should always have the best two teams opposite each other in the bracketing.
We take a timeout?
Yeah, we did. We'll just leave it here. I can continue complaining about things I don't like, that people don't care about.
What grinds your gears with John McLaughlin?
I don't think that anybody really cares, but I do think seeding makes sense. So
No, I wholeheartedly agree. But, one thing that's really hard for people is change. And sometimes there's change to just change, and then there's times where you're like, this just makes sense. And you change because it makes sense. But sometimes I think it's harder for people to change things that make sense than it is just to change to change.
Well, all of us that were around for the one class, when it was everyone against everyone, and that was what was great about Indiana basketball. Well, when we're all used to classes now.
Yeah.
So what they want to say to us is, well, we don't want to change anything. We've got classes now, so we can't seed it. That would be going way too. We like the fact that it's just a blind draw and everyone plays everyone. You've already screwed it up once, so go ahead and screw it up again.
No kidding.
Ask the coaches what we think, but they don't care.
Well, I played 2 years in class, and we had a better chance than when we got seated or put into a class.
A little pass over the head of John Justin. 6:30 in the running clock, and we'll see what they decide to do here. I would say at this point, Coach Knuckles will just go for it.
It looks like it. Looks like what he's going to do here. I don't.
No,
Travis is back.
Triton's over there.
Travis is back there.
And Coach
when
Knuckles,
when you're booting the ball like Travis is,
he's our best weapon right now.
Right now, he is. He's our highlight. And there's another highlight happening at that campground. He's probably having that vegetable soup right now. Coach Goose.
There's a nice roll. One thing about his kicks is they're always going forward.
Yep.
Listen, I hope he's having vegetable soup. If he's having chili again tonight, there'll be some highlights, all right?
Use the campground facilities, not the camper.
Oh, my gosh. I hope he's not sitting too close to the fire.
It's a red flag warning.
Yeah.
Folks, we will be done tonight when the final horn sounds. We are at an hour and a half drive ahead of us, and we're going to get out of here quick, so we hope you understand. And there's really no reason to talk about a whole heck of a lot. We kind of knew what we were getting into when we came into this one. I mean, you circled this one on the calendar. You knew it was going to be a tough one because North Decatur, as we told you, undefeated. I think they said it's the first undefeated season.
Regular
season for North Decatur school history.
They would love to finish the season undefeated, but along the way they're going to run into some pretty good teams, just like anybody would in the tournament.
Well, right off the bat, I mean, that's like you said.
They'll play Tri. Let's say they're good enough to get past Tri. I don't know if they are, but let's say they are. Then they'll, even if they win their sectional, when you get out of that, you're going to run into some.
Well, there are some tough schools down around Indy that are still 1A.
Well, if they're 1A, they're going to run into a South Adams or an Adams Central or something somewhere. So they're going to run into some good.
Well, we were both up in Wells County for a while. We know the tradition of the Adams.
Oh, there's a fumble.
Fumble on the play, and that's picked up.
Grayson Mealy, who put the pickup and almost got a chance to score his first touchdown of the year.
He picked that up in stride and took off with it. He was wanting it.
There was one guy to beat right there, and he was about to take it to the house. Instead, he gets tackled at, looks like the 20, so turnover, and Wes-Del will take over with a running clock at 3:45 here with a chance in good field position. One thing I would like to say, since we're going to wrap it up quick, is that it's been a lot of fun this year for us to bring all the games to everybody. like we said, we won't be able to bring the sectional game to you just because we don't want to have to ask our fans to have to pay to do that, and it's on the road. There's a lot of factors.
It's supposed to be a good week. I mean, the weather's going to be nice. People will travel.
Yeah, get out there and support them. Drive over to Hagerstown, right up the middle with Brocknauman.
But again, this is our third year together. We started this because of COVID. And it just took off, and it's been a joy. It's been a blast. It's fun to.
We like doing it.
I enjoy it. It makes for a fun football season, and then in basketball season, folks,
we'll hand it over to Coach Hansen.
We'll give it to Coach Hansen, and I haven't heard yet who he's going to have.
He's got some tricks up his sleeve.
But he'll have some people up there with him. Coach Sims is now off the air. He's at Pendleton Heights and working in their school system.
Right up the middle there with Brock Nauman's going to pick up another.
But we hope you all appreciate being able to watch them for free. And we just, like I said, we hate to ask that you're going to have to pay. I think it's in the upwards of $10 to watch the game.
Yeah.
And for the price of a ticket, it's probably better just to drive to the game. So we like to keep it free. We thank Star Financial Bank and Van Meter Reed Realty help us to do that. American Pest. And then you see the corporate sponsors for the athletic department down there scrolling in the bottom right of your screen. They all contribute to bringing these games to you for free. And the IHSA just doesn't let you do it for free in the tournament. So
there's and we can't forget a big thank you to Mr. Romine and all the help he gives us. It's been a lot easier year.
It was a great year. He's so good, and I know we don't want to do this, but I would love to pack him up and take him on the road. But that's a lot for him to ask to leave his family and do all that. So doing the home games is enough. But think of all the great – he has 3 cameras at home. He does a great job setting up everything for us. And we also want to thank all the kids that ran the cameras for us over the course of the season.
Oh, there's a fumble. See if we can get the first down. Boy, that's going to be close.
Yeah, that is close.
They're going to call him short.
Just about a minute to go here. Some other people we want to thank. We want to thank the coaching staff, Coach Knuckles, Coach Hansen, Coach Richards. I'll get them all here. Coach Harlan, Coach Stevens, and Coach Whitted, and I know Coach Quinn has not been able to be there as much. We want to thank them. They've always been really good to us. Boy, people are headed out.
Well, they're going to take a knee here and just let the clock run out. Or maybe even take the penalty.
Fans are taking off here. So about 41 seconds to go before we're going to sign off here from North Decatur, but we've appreciated the whole year. It's been a great year of growth for our program and great things to come next year. But if you can, get in the car, drive to Hagerstown next week, and watch the Warriors take on the Hagerstown Tigers, right? I believe they're the
Hagerstown Tigers. Yeah, it'll be again, the season starts over next week. 0-0. Doesn't matter if you're 8-0 like North Decatur or 9-0, I guess, or whatever they end up. Or if you're 1-1 game, it doesn't make any difference. Next week, everybody is 0-0. So get out there, support them, watch your Warriors. I've been really proud of our team. I love the fact that we got that nice win. Showed some really good things, too, against teams like Monroe Central and some of those teams that we were playing that, we knew that on paper and were a little better than us probably this year, only because they had a little more established players and some veteran players. But we were able to really see some nice things this year and some growth. Like you said, numbers will continue to get better. Coach Knuckles will keep coaching them up. They'll have a good offseason, have a lot of these guys back, and be ready to go again next year with Wes-Del football, which, we will always support because that's what Wes-Del does. We'll get out there and support them. But in the meantime, what you don't see is all the hard work that coaches put in and all the stuff that goes in behind the scenes. So I know that you are too. We're just proud of the coaches and the kids, and it would have been easier to stay at home and play video games on a Friday night than would come out here and support or come out here and represent your school. But these guys did it hard. I was really happy they were able to get the win this year that they got. But it's a great group of kids, and they'll continue to keep getting better, and we'll be proud to watch them next year. But it's on to next week, and good luck to the girls tomorrow in volleyball. Good luck to the boys in sectional next week, and let's finish off this fall season with some good positives.
And that's well said by Coach. I've enjoyed each and one of you that have tuned in week and week out, and those that have maybe only tuned in a couple times. We enjoy it all. Make sure you've hit the subscribe button to catch all of the winter sports that will be broadcasted. Boys basketball, girls basketball, county wrestling, and some of the other activities that we definitely will bring to you. Again, want to thank Mr. Romine, want to thank the Wes-Del Sports Network crew and everyone involved, and we want to thank Wes-Del Community Schools and all of our fans. But Coach and I will be moving to the sidelines for basketball season, and come out and make sure you watch the games and enjoy everything Wes-Del has to offer. So from North Decatur, and to finish off the season, for Coach, I am the Soup. We've enjoyed it. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next time.